everybody, it's JJ with Crafting with Baby Girl, and we're here for day 11 of our countdown to Christmas. As I've said before, the letters and the numbers were done in Oracle 651 vinyl. I just find it's a lot easier to do it in the vinyl than to have to glue each letter on by themselves. This is a sleigh. It's just a piece I cut out with my Cricut. And this is a lunch sack that I got from Walmart. I like the white one for this project instead of the brown lunch sacks. So I went to Walmart and found these. In order to do this, you can definitely make these bags a lot more decorative. I was in a hurry. I was doing quite a large number of them, so this just was a simpler way to do this. Let's see what we have. Alright, we have jeweled magnets. And I know you can't see, but these ones have names on them, and I'll show you this one since it's a common name. It has Matthew. So I just kind of wrote on it. Actually, I had my Cricut write on it. Today we are not putting names on them. And it's just a gemstone that I picked up at Michael's, and I'll show you it in just a moment, with the paper on it. And then I used the battery, or the magnets that I couldn't see. I know the Dollar Tree had some magnets. I used some of those because I had some left over for some of my other ones, and they worked really great. And Walmart carries a pack of 40 that are a little bit thicker, and I think when I do these again, I'm going to go get those magnets. Or order some of these thin ones that are 1 millimeter thick, but bigger around. And I just didn't do it for this project. So we'll put those away, and we'll pull out what we need. It's a fairly simple project. Excuse me. Alright, so these are what I got. Let's see if we can get that so where you can see what it is. Is that working? Do you see that? So they're Ashlands, and they're decorative fillers. You find them in the floral department. And these are the ones I have left. I just have 3 left. And I like these ones. You can get the little tiny ones at the Dollar Tree, but I like these bigger ones. They just seem like bigger magnets. There's different ways to do this. You can just like glue it onto the paper and then trim around it. And I've done it that way, but I like it better when I pre-cut them. And I found these snowflakes in my designer paper pack. Well, this is one of the cutout sheets, and let me show you that. You see that? You see that's the corner I took off, and that comes from the paper pack ice crystals, which I've been using. That's that from Craftsmith that I got at Michael's, and I've been doing all these crafts for you guys, and look at how much I still have left. I still have a ton of paper left. You're also going to need some Mod Podge, and I got this little bottle. I have big bottles that I buy in bulk, but this little bottle I picked up at Walmart, or I mean at Dollar Tree, and I order these in bulk off of Amazon or eBay, because I'm not good at cleaning them. So, we're going to go ahead and just take a piece of paper and put it down here. Let's see how this works. Since we're using white paper, I thought I'd just use a black background. Make it a little bit easier to see, I think. Does that work? Okay. And then we're going to need some magnets, which I order bulk off of eBay usually. So, the first thing we're going to do, I took these and I cut out the circles. These ones are like, let's see what the diameter is exactly, because they were pre-printed, so I didn't, usually I use about 1.5 inches, so these are 1.25 inches. You kind of measure the backs, and yeah, about 1 inch, 1.25 inches. And then you're going to shake up your module. Well, I'm shaking it up because I've been using it. And I'm putting it directly on here because I don't want to put it on the paper. Last time I'll have some wax paper, but I don't have it here. You want to definitely put a nice coat on your gem, because it kind of acts as a glue as well as a protector. So the first thing we're going to do is put that on where we want it. And you can already see how it's going to look. We're going to secure it on the back in a minute. We'll put that off to the side and dry. I'm going to do it on the rest of these. The biggest part of this is that letting it dry. This is a good one to get started and then do a different project and then come back to it. Just kind of center it. And do it on this one. It dries clear, so this is all, even though it's kind of going on with a foggy look, it kind of lets you know where the glue is going or the paste, but it will dry clear. Alright. I'm letting them set just a little bit before I go in, and the next thing we're going to do is we're going to seal it. So we're going to put some more on, and then just kind of spread it around with our paintbrush, our foam brush. Now, in some cases there's a little bit of a lip where it's bigger than the gemstone or the filler stone. And I put a little bit of glue up in there, it softens it, and I use the edge of the paintbrush to kind of roll it down. I don't want to get the glue on my fingers. I mean, I don't have a problem getting glue, but I've got so much to do that this just is easier. And then just kind of go and brush that down. If you do it that 1.25" on these big ones, now if you're doing the 1.5" on these big ones, 1.25" on these big ones, you're not going to have too much overlap. If you're doing the small ones, you're going to have to obviously do a different size and measure out what you need. Okay, so there we're going to dry that. We're going to do this side. And you kind of want to make sure that this soaks into the paper, which is what it's going to do. So you want to put enough on there. Don't be too... You can be pretty generous. The more generous you are, the longer it takes to dry, but you want to make sure that you get enough on there that it gets into the paper. So it seals the paper. Now I did find, because I did some with ink, that you do have to be careful. The ink can smear. So make sure you're using like a water-soluble ink that's not going to smear. This, I think, is what stays on. The ones that can get wet. There's that one. I was not doing that. I used a marker ink just with the Cricut pens, the pens that come with the Cricut. Also, you want to be careful, like I use the clear ones of these. You could probably, as long as you've got a very bold pattern, you could use something that wasn't, you could use one that was a light color. I wouldn't go dark, you're not going to be able to see through it. See, this one's a smaller gem and there's a little bit more overhang than on the other ones. It's taking a little bit longer to get it down because you need to get a little tack going as well as get it into the paper. Alright, because it's a further overhang. Alright. Now they're drying. That, I mean, literally that's pretty much it. It's how simple it is. Let's see, this one's a little bit drier. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do, and I'm not going to do it now, is you just take your magnet and you just glue it on. And you can use the Mod Podgers glue. I would suggest maybe hot glue or a permanent glue, however. And then you have these beautiful little gem magnets that you can put on your fridge or wherever you want to hold up note holders or whatever. So, alright. Let those dry. And I'm not going to do the magnets because I need to let those dry. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and that there's a little bell that pops up so that you can know when I upload my next video in this series. And like that video down there, and I will look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Bye!